The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Here are the five for the Clippers. Bogdanovich out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then it's Thompson, and it's Banks, and at the small forward. And for the Lakers, they've got Antetokounmpo. Paul George is out there with lights out. And it's LeBron James, and it's Howell in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, and this must be a time of year when teams are still working on their chemistry, Clark. Everybody getting comfortable with their roles.
Well, you know, Kevin, you would hope that being comfortable and having good chemistry would be a given by now, even though it's still early. There's not a ton of time for the feeling out process in the NBA because the games come so rapidly.
Here's lights out. George passes to Olsen. Good work defensively by Morris. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. And Bogdanovich kicks to Beverley. Back to Bogdanovich. His three-pointers off the mark. Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game, a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought both teams were evenly matched in that game.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ball game. Now here's Beverley. 6 on the shot clock. It's tipped, and Thompson throws it down. And here are the Lakers. We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Looking at these matchups, he thinks they can pound the ball inside with success. He wants them to get points in the paint early, force the defense to collapse, and then play inside out. We'll see if the opponent sticks to that game plan as well, guys.
All right, thank you, David.
Well, there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. For the three. And it's Bogdanovich again missing.
And that's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Olsen passes to George. Ball's knocked loose. From deep, James. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here's Olsen.
The nastiness, the edge, the tenacity, the ferocity that Beverley plays with, really admirable.
Softly drops in the floater.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Shot's good from Olsen.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Passes it to Thompson. The fadeaway. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Here's lights out. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Denver. Beverley with the ball. Now defended by Olsen. And it's Beverley missing.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis' background and where he is now. He and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Now here's LeBron. He had 25 points last game. Thompson with the rebound. And now here's Banks, the fast break opportunity. To the left side wing. Beverly with the ball. Now defended by Olsen. And it's Beverly missing.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And the shot's good from Olsen.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Beverly feeling, dishes it to Bogdanovich. The feed to Morris. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. It's George on the wing.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Teardrop shot. It's deflected. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Here's Beverly. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. Beverly's got his second basket of the night. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Hey, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
Now here's Beverly. Outside Bogdanovich. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Just impress the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Bogdanovich following the basket by LeBron James. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in. Andriy Shamet comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. The Lakers on D. 6-point game. The kick out to Williams. They get it back. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Nothing soft out the back there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's lights out. He's got 6. George with the ball. Williams picks him up. A nice shot by George.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basket.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Williams. 23 points for him the last game against Sacramento. Fires at the elbow. The Clippers grab the miss. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's Shamet. No good on the triple. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Here's lights out. On the wing, James. Just 5 on the clock. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. LeBron's got 6 points.
You know, part of being an outstanding point forward like LeBron is mastering the pick and roll. And trust me when I say it now, he masters the pick and roll.
Now, here's Shamet. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Zubats kicks to Shamet. And it's sent back by George.
Terrific folks from George there, reading the shooter the entire way through. A great shot block.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Morris dishes to Banks. Morris outside. Shamet with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Excellent D there from George.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. Markieff Morris is out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Banks in at the 3 spot. 4 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. He squares up and sinks it. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's lights out. Defended by Beverly. A step back shot here. No good from Olsen. Clippers trail by 17. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And that one is hammered home.
Boy, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that may be going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice but courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
And guys in the NBA.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, lights out in their last game against the Nuggets. Just played phenomenal. He added 33 points and seemed to pick apart the defense all night with a ton of assists. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in one.
He was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with pass instead. We'll see.
Williams, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Banks passes to Thompson. Outside Williams. Knocks it loose. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And George with the stuff.
Well, we talked about, you know, George is athletic. He's long, and he's got really long arms, which helps him as a defender. And that allows him to hog up passing lanes and come up with steals, too.
And Beverly kicks to Williams. Now here's Beverly, covered by Olsen. Giannis against Beverly. 5 on the... Williams with a clean buck, and the Clippers miss again.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
But when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Outside Banks. Back to Williams for three. But they'll get another chance. Over James. Rebounded by the Lakers. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Olsen. And a great assist out of Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. George against Williams.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Tipped away. Now Beverly. 8 points for him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, I love the aggressive mindset Beverly has. I mean, that's really what makes him special. He's not afraid of getting bumped, especially when he's going to the bucket.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. The Lakers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice, efficient 50%. And count it. Three-pointer good on the shot from Olsen. Lights out's got 9 points in the quarter.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Pass to Olsen. Fires the three. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
The pass to Beverly. Morris against Antetokounmpo. And the Clippers miss again.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Clippers shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Pass to Beverly. Now here's Thompson. Can they get it? And that's collected by Olsen.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Here's Williams. Shot, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Feeds to Giannis. Another shot. And it good on the way up. Giannis has got 12.
You know, Antetokounmpo, for all of his skills and talent, he's a worker. This guy likes to grind and takes a lot of pride in outworking people on the boards.
Here's Beverly. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Olsen. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting a cool 28% in this quarter. Outside Williams. The three. The Lakers with the rebound.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
James, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The officials say jump ball here. The Lakers with the ball. James outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And here's George for three. And the Lakers get it back. Back to LeBron. Passes it to George. Lakers passing it around. James kicks to George. Olsen passes to LeBron. Second chance shot. Count the basket. He's got 8.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
To stop the drought. Morris, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. They've done exactly that, made them pay.
And the Lakers with some changes. Kyle Kuzma's checked in front of Antetokounmpo. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, able to put on a show for the ages. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be right back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from lights out.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? Defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
LeBron James is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Paul George. Then there's lights out, and it's Howell in the center. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. The first one falls.
And you can't help but see the impact Thompson has in the paint. On both ends of the floor, he's a rock planted near the rim. Very strong legs that help him get to so many of those rebounds.
Here's lights out, defended by Beverly. James has a 2-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss. Thompson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Beverly for 3, and it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And with Thompson, as you said, Greg, once he's planted in the paint, good luck.
I mean, think about it. About 40% of his rebounds are on the offensive end. He just refuses to get moved or boxed out. Combine that with his hunger on that end of the floor, and you see why he's such a great rebounder.
Thompson for 3. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Giannis.
Hey, right here.
Turnaround Jay. Thompson with the rebound.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Bogdanovich passes to Beverly. And again, no good by the Clippers.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
No good from Olsen. The Clippers have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Out to Morris. Off target from 3-point range.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Lets it go from 14. LeBron, no luck.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. To end the cold streak, but he stays with it. Pass to Olsen. A 3-ball. Good. And the assist was to James. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Here's Morris. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big. Oh, what a dunk!
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And that one's good. Beverly. Beverly's got 11 points.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
James dishes to George. That three off the mark. The Clippers shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. And it's lights out with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. And some changes here for the Lakers. Antetokounmpo comes in for Howell. David Nwaba is subbed in for James. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And it's Beverly missing.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
No good from Olsen. And here are the Clippers now. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Stripped away. Here's Antetokounmpo, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Banks kicks to Shamet. Clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on George. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Lakers?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in, and here's George for 3. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now the pass to Zubats.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
The shot's good from Olsen.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Now here's Beverly, guarded by Olsen. Here's Banks. Buries the long-range jumper. Banks has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Connects from 3-point range.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Zubats the best. Banks. Shot, high post. Run by the Lakers. And here's George. 16 points for him. No good with the elbow jumper.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Now here's Beverly. 11 points in the game. Banks. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Banks has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees a teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now, here's Shamet, defended by George, and is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. 1:56 left to play here in the fourth. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the game, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Tristan Thompson, and it's Motley in at the power forward. .144 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Mann, guarded by Olsen. Mann can't hit. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. No good from Olsen.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lights Out.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
That's tipped. Here's Olsen. Buries it from three-point range. Lights Out's got 34 points.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Let's go. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Coffee. Oh, and he blocks it off. Oh, the man threw down.
Goodness.
That free throw good from Thompson. Here's Lights Out. Lays it up off the glass. Lights Out's got 38 points.
An elite score, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Here's Coffee. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.